kickoff from the 35-yard line, but all the guys covering the kick are going to be a lot closer to where the ball has to land. And essentially, they want the ball to land in an area between the 20-yard line and the goal line. If it lands and you catch it in there, you've got to bring it out. You have to return it.
Wow.
If it goes out of the back of the end zone, it's a touchback, and instead of the 25, it's at the 30-yard line. I'm getting the sense early on, you're going to see a lot of touchbacks early on until people get a grasp of this rule. But it's going to look different than any kickoff you've seen before if you haven't watched the NFL in the preseason.
Very big change.
It is a big change, yeah.
Mike, it's Dom here.
Yeah.
You've been covering football, and this is no reflection on your age. You're just a veteran with regard
Thanks,
to how much you've seen over your sports career. I'm curious. A lot of these changes have been made to make the game more entertaining. The game has evolved over the course of the last 20, 30, 40 years. I wonder, in your lifespan covering football, is it more entertaining for you now, given what you see today, or was it more entertaining to you as a kid watching the game as it was during that span?
Dom, I think it's evolved from a rough physical where the collisions were almost celebrated to a game that is, one, a little more understanding of player health and safety down the line as we've learned more. Litigation certainly has probably factored into that somewhat. But I see the NFL efforts on a regular basis. They use a lot of data, a lot of studies, look at a lot of plays, and when they see behavior that's leading to injuries, they've tried to change that. When you watch football, the quarterbacks play with a different set of rules than the rest of the players on the field because you want to see passing. On what you talk to a defensive coach, they'll tell you almost every rule has been pro-passing and anti-defense. I think there is the understanding that this is an entertainment vehicle, and I think we've seen more of that. Now, scoring came down a little bit over the last year or so, so I think you're going to watch closely to see if the games are high scoring, because that keeps what? Fantasy football players involved.
True.
Just an exciting up and down game on the field. You enjoy it a little bit more. We are a society that has taken a long time to warm to soccer because people used to say
no one
a
ever
1-0
scores.
or 2-1 game was boring. Yeah. Now we're more educated. More of us played soccer growing up, so we understand it. But I think it is more of an entertainment vehicle than it was the gladiator physical type football that it was back in the dark ages, as you said, Dom, when I was growing up as a kid.